On today's video, I'm going to be taking you on a tour through Highland Homes' 55-foot lots here in Star Trail featuring the 569 plan. This is a 5-bed, 5.5 bath, offering 3,686 square feet, a 3-car garage, and listed just a little bit above $900,000. As soon as you walk in, you're greeted by a dedicated front office space and a first-floor media room, which is a rare highlight in this series. The layout opens up to a bright living and dining area with great flow and natural light. The primary bedroom is oversized with high ceilings, giving you a spacious retreat. Upstairs, you'll find a large game room and multiple secondary bedrooms, each designed with comfort in mind. Outside, this plan offers an impressive backyard space and a long driveway that adds extra functionality. Let's see everything this 569 plan has to offer. So that makes sense. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are over here at Star Trail looking at the 55-foot lots by Highland Homes. This is the 569 plan. It is a 5-bed, 5 full baths, 1 half bath, 2 stories, 3-car garage, 3,686 square feet, currently listed at $924,000. Over here in one of the cul-de-sacs, so on this north side of the new phase at Star Trail, there are a good amount of streets in here that are cul-de-sacs. This one is set up with the cul-de-sac with a few homes listed right now. It looks like the other homes in here for sale are the American Legend homes. But one thing I am noticing is that the Highland homes are coming with or some of them, not all of them, but this one and like the last one I toured, coming with a double door entry. Meanwhile, the American Legend homes that I'm coming across right now all have a single door, so just kind of something to keep in mind. Now, for this brick color, I think this is like the 4th or 5th home I've now seen with this brick color or some like light variation of it. It does have black accents going around. They got 2 coach lights here. I think you could probably add in like 1 more coach light right in the middle of the garage in the front door. But I think the other thing I would add, since you've got like black gutters, black eaves, black coach light, I think adding black frame windows would really match everything. They did white frame windows here. It still looks fine matching with that light white brick, but adding black windows. They also did like kind of darker shutters up on the 2nd story as well. It does look weird not having this front window down here with shutters, but I don't think they'd even be able to fit it as well. This is the office space at the front. So we'll check out this one today and see what a little under 3,700 square feet looks like on a Highland home. Now for this floor plan, not gonna really get a grand entry. Entry in here, it does have high ceiling heights with a nice big chandelier coming down, but other than that, no grand curved staircase. Kind of just goes into this kind of smaller area before you get back to where more of the house opens up and you get more of that open floor concept with the kitchen, dining, and living room space. I do like this, however, the study being at the front of the house. Now, I don't really like this elevation with the 3 windows. I would rather have 2 really big windows here. Kind of having that drywall in the middle of each window kind of blocks out the view. I'd like this to be 1 either really big window or 2 really big windows here. I think that would be a lot better looking out if I'm sitting in my office all day, but having the windows facing out towards the front yard, being able to see everything, especially in the cul-de-sac. You can sit here, work on the phone, don't feel like you're trapped inside the house because you can actually see out towards the front yard. I'm always more of a fan of the houses with studies in the front of the house, but you don't always get that. And now when you walk into this hallway, ceiling heights drop down before you get into the living room, kitchen area, but you do get this media room that is pretty close to the kitchen area, so I do like that. That is super convenient. If I was to set up a house, I would do the media room on the 1st floor and I would get it as close to the kitchen as possible, and that's how this one is set up. Now they painted just about everything in black here besides the outlets and the bottom baseboards. Well, I guess the baseboards would always be on the bottom. You don't really have baseboards on the ceiling. So I think the ceiling heights in here are great. However, the length in this room, you could probably put a couch L shape. But the other thing too here, and just kind of think about this when you're setting up your furniture, and it would just kind of mess with me and my brain, and you might be fine with it, but having these columns, because I think you would do like an L-shaped couch here. I don't think you could get away with 2 rows of couches. Maybe you could, but you'd be very close to the TV. I think it's more likely that you're gonna set up an L-shaped couch here. If you're setting up an L-shaped couch here, you're not gonna get fully flush with this wall, which is what would mess with my brain. I would want it fully flush, but since you kind of have this extended wall bumping out, you won't be able to kind of fit that in flush. Not a deal breaker at the end of the day, but definitely something to think about, especially with just this media room. Not being the biggest media room, it is pretty tight. I think it still is a decent size. The ceiling heights in here are great, but the length of it and the width is just gonna limit you on like what furniture you can really put in here. Opposite of the media room is going to be the hallway that leads you out to the garage. They got a small muddish room. I would say muddish, kind of muddy, just a little muddy because you're just getting hooks in here. You get no cubbies. This is just going to be an area where a bunch of shoes are going to go. So maybe you add something in there just to keep things a little bit more organized. 2 rooms here. You got the utility closet. Now the utility closet isn't going to be connected in with the primary bedroom, but the other bedroom downstairs is going to be close to this utility room. So you don't really get the convenience of having all that connected, but it is also nice. I would say if the utility room isn't really connected in with the primary bedroom and that kind of convenient aspect of it, the next convenient place would be directly by the garage. That's kind of where I would set up. I see some utility rooms at the front of the house and kind of random spots that don't make a lot of sense, or upstairs. If there was 2 places I would pick, I would either pick kind of coming from your bedroom closet or being right by the garage. I know that some people are actually going to take it being right by the garage more than it being connected in with the primary bedroom, but both ways really convenient. You do have this kind of left side nook area to be able to put a sink. It looks like they have it plumbed for a sink right now. They just didn't install it, and you get 1 floating cabinet with a closet rod and a shelf. And then there is a powder bathroom right here, which is conveniently located next to the kitchen and just across from the media room. For the garage out here, it is going to be a 3-car. So you get this one area that extends, 2 tankless water heaters set up on here. You got the breaker in the middle, sprinkler system at the front of the garage, and then there is a little bit of a step-up area here to be able to put more stuff for storage, or you can put the trash cans up along that wall as well if you want to hide them out of the way and not keep them in the front yard. This bedroom that's downstairs is going to have its own bathroom with it. This bathroom is going to be very white, and the shower is pretty tight. So I would say on the 55-foot lots, this is probably one of the smallest showers that I found with another like bedroom with its own ensuite. Usually the showers are extended a little bit more even if it's a walk-in, but on this floor plan, it is a little bit tighter. And then they have this bedroom closet with 2 closet rods in here set up in like corner style. And then the window they have set up on here is actually a very tall window they have for the first floor. And this house is facing out towards the north, so the back of the home is going to get some good natural light, but the front of the home, kind of the sides too, not going to get the most. You can already kind of see that natural light coming in through those big sliding glass doors. All right, for the kitchen, so you come in through the entry, you walk through a hallway, ceiling heights, drop down in these areas, and then they pick back up in the dining room space and the living room space. Now this still all feels like one connected thing. There's not really a whole bunch that kind of gives it its own kind of area, besides maybe the windows being set up in the dining room and having the chandelier that drops down. But besides that, it's all gonna kind of feel like one big space. You got the mantle fireplace on the right side. It looks like they did more of a modern style fireplace that goes a little bit, more horizontal rather than vertical. It's kind of more of that rectangle look than a squared off look. And then they did white painted brick going up the whole fireplace wall, which doesn't really go with any other part of the house. I mean, yes, other parts of the house are painted white, but the outside brick isn't painted white. I think if the outside brick was painted white, that would look nice being painted white, but I would have matched. Or I would have just saved a bunch of money. If you're building from scratch, just whatever that brick color is, match it up to the mantle, and then just don't do the rest of it and just save a bunch of money on that material. I don't really see the point of having it be brick. I know that some people go for that look, but for me, if you're gonna go for the brick look, I would just kind of keep it up to where the mantle ends. They also have the mantle painted in the same color as the staircase, so they kind of matches in there, and then that also matches in with kind of the darker touches that they have with the pendant lights, the faucets, the handles on the cabinets. So right when you get into the kitchen, you've got this full space here to be able to have more storage. Looks like you've got 3 cabinets down below with 6 drawers. You've got 3 cabinets up above, and then they added in some puck lights. So this can kind of be more of a decorative area, especially when you have those glass on the cabinets. And then they did the same thing with the glass, but the cabinets up on the second level are a little bit bigger than what you find with glass cabinets. So those are a little bit more of an oversized one. And I think what I would have liked to see is, you know how they have the mantle in that dark color matching in with the stairway? I think if they did that with the hood here, it would kind of break up this space. There's just a ton of white going on in this area, especially with the white painted brick on the fireplace, white countertops, white island. I mean, even painting the island a different color would have been nice too. Maybe you do the dark brown wood grain finish on this island to kind of just break up some aspects of the kitchen. It's just, yes, there are black touches on the handles and the pendant lights and whatnot, but there's still a lot of white going on in here. And it's not true white. It is like an off creamy white. I don't know how well that pops up on camera. It's not like a, I don't know, like cocaine white is, you know, what I've heard people refer to it as. Like this is very white here, and then you can kind of see the difference in the two. So not that it's true white, but it's still kind of giving that. They did kind of break it up, but honestly, having the pantry being this white color, it just looks like it was not painted correctly to match everything, which looks a little bit different. But maybe this is a good option. Like if you are going for that white color look, going for like this cream white might be a good option. But I think just either breaking up the vent hood with like a wood grain finish, or maybe breaking up the island space with a dark wood grain finish, I think that would kind of give the kitchen a little bit more dimension rather than making it look so bland in some aspects. I mean, they got really good upgrades in here with the vent hood, double stacked oven. You got this, you know, extended faucet. That bump, you know, that's kind of cool. And then you've got, and this is how I would set up a sink, guys. All right. This is my type of sink. You got the Silla granite, you got it split in two, you got the disposal on one side, you got an area to dry, you got an area to clean. This is how I would set up my sink if I was building from scratch. And you got the dishwasher on the right side, and then there's also some other trash can drawers, some storage underneath the sink, pot and pan drawers as well. Beneath the gas stove top, Frigidaire Professional upgrade with 5 gas burners. And then the pantry, not much of a walk-in, but you got 5 shelves. I think it's plenty. With this pantry space and then all that cabinetry over there, should be able to fit most of your kitchen products and foods. Now, the other thing too that's a little bit awkward is that there's not a lot of good symmetry going on in this living room. And the reason I say that is you've got this space over here. I mean, you got this randomish nook over on the right side. You got a staircase, you got your fireplace, and then you got a wall here for the TV. So instead of there being like wall on both sides, you've got like stairs, fireplace, and then wall with TV set up that's recessed in a little bit. So everything would kind of be angled towards this way. I wish the fireplace was kind of wired for the TV to be there, but you can't really do that. You kind of have to keep it over there since the dining room is so close. I think you could still get away with it, but I understand them putting it over there instead of wiring it for the fireplace. Even though I think wiring it with the fireplace, having the TV above that would kind of be better for viewing and watching in like the middle of the living room, but they have it set up in the corner. Once again, not a major deal breaker, but there's just not good symmetry between the fireplace and where you would set up your TV, just because that staircase is also on the other side. Now for the patio, very high ceilings, plumbed for gas. You do have a decent space out here to be able to put out some patio furniture, but man, oh man, is this patio gonna be a cookin'. Because this house is facing out towards the north, this back side of the home is getting sun all day long, and we live in Texas, baby, so you are gonna be straight up cooking on that back patio, but maybe you like it that way, right? It's a nice area to tan. You also get this window facing out towards the backyard. Let me show you guys the backyard, actually. All right, so you got enough area for a pool, but once you put in your pool, and maybe you kind of make this like a little extended patio area with some cement, you're really just gonna be left with grass on the left and the right side. Now this is still a good amount of room to have like a dog run if you do have animals. But also, the way they have this set up, there's not really a good place to hang a TV. Like they have an outlet right here, but to really hang a TV out in this area, you don't really have a wall for that. So you're gonna have to either, not really use it for an area to watch TV outside on your patio. Now for the primary bedroom at the back of the house, this home facing out towards the north, this primary bedroom is gonna be heating up during the day, so a little bit hotter. They've got really tall windows in here, so adding curtains and blinds will kind of make it a little bit more efficient and not as hot. I can feel it, even though we're in November, it's not like the hottest day, it's 80 degrees outside, but this room is a lot warmer than when I walked into the front of the house. So just another thing to kind of keep in mind when you're choosing what lot, which way you're going to face it, how the house is going to be set up. And they've got carpet in here. I would have liked to see this as hardwood, but this carpet does feel very nice. It's not a very intricate carpet. It's very simple. I think also if you have pets, this is the carpet to go with. Some of the other carpets that Highland Home sets up and some of the other builders set up, right? They've got a bunch of designs. Those types of carpets usually don't hold up well. Especially with bigger dogs and their nails. Bed would be set up on this side, and then you'd have the wall here for the TV. And then walking into the primary bathroom. So I do like how they have the vanity split. You got this nice big window bringing in some natural light, but the mirrors in here, they're not doing it for me. I think bigger mirrors in a primary bathroom, or maybe you could add a mirror right here, right? Maybe I would do that too. Or a nice piece of art. The tub is like kind of the centerpiece here. Having the vanity split is great, but because they put in the tub, your vanity space is very small, so you don't get any drawers here. I mean, you get this makeup ready area with some drawers. You can put a little stool underneath. That's a great area there, but when it comes to the vanities, these vanities don't have a lot of storage with them. You can't even open this, right? Oh, well. Okay, well, let's run that again. Okay, so you can open this, but usually you can't open this. Usually this is just kind of like a fake drawer that they have set up, right, on most vanities, but they actually put hinges on it, which that's kind of funny. I wasn't expecting that to actually open. Then you have this down here for storage. Even though that's closed off, that's still open down there, so it's still gonna collect dust. But like, if I wanna put things away in drawers and not have stuff out on the countertop, not gonna have that option with these vanities in here. I do like the separation with everything, but I care for more storage and more vanity space. It is nice that they have this here, but we all know only one person's really gonna be using this spot, whoever's in this corner. If you're watching this video with your spouse right now, you can probably assume who's getting this vanity here. That's all I'm saying. All right, toilet closet. Okay, where's my floating cabinet in here? I want a little bit more storage. I mean, we don't really get much storage with these vanities. You get this linen closet here. Doesn't really have a lot of depth to it, but I mean, maybe adding a floating cabinet in this toilet closet, I think would be great too. Now, the bedroom closet does have a nice walk-in. Got plenty of room to add two more rows, or at least one row on the other side, one row on the other side for the closet rods. Does feel like a nice long closet, and maybe you can add some little built-out shelves in here. This closet space is good, but I think you could just take it up one more notch by adding some more closet rods up above. Now for the shower. I do like how it's kind of very closed in and private. There's not a lot of area for air to get through, so it is gonna stay very steamy, very warm, and it's got full tile going around it. The only place that doesn't have tile is of course the ceiling, but I do really like how they set up this tile in here with thin grout lines. If you were looking at options, I would go for a bigger tile like this, and I would try to do as thin of a grout line as possible. The less grout lines you have, the thinner they are, the easier it's gonna be to clean, the less mold that you're gonna have built up. But down below, they did a little bit of a different pattern in here. I wish they once again just kind of went through with the same big tiling. You do more grout lines, back into my point of it's just more of a maintenance item having to just kind of keep clean. I do also like how they put the shower handle, oh, yep, it works. really close there, so you don't have to like walk fully into the shower to be able to turn it on. And that's the first floor. So we'll go upstairs now, check out the rest of the bedrooms. So downstairs, 2 bedrooms, media room, dining space, kitchen, and then upstairs you're gonna get the game room with the rest of the bedrooms. Once you get upstairs, go straight into this landing area. So you can see a good bit of the downstairs from up here. Get 3 windows. TV could be set up in here, so another game room, lounge area as well. Towards the front is gonna be a bedroom. You can see down into the entryway. And then for this bedroom, it's not gonna have its own ensuite. That's gonna be out in the hallway, just so people can use, and they don't have to walk through a bedroom. So this bedroom at the front, not gonna have its own bathroom. And then the closet is gonna be split in 2 with the closet rods, but even this one's got a little bit more space in it. Sometimes the closet rods are like more like here and not push back even further. So I do think here in the middle, you could probably add some shelving, just be able to put more stuff to keep closet organized. There's also a linen closet out here. And then this bathroom is gonna have a really nice sized vanity. This is the size vanity I wanna see in the primary bathroom, right? This is a great size vanity. You've got plenty of drawers, but these drawers aren't skinny. They're nice and big. And then they got it in this nice cool tile. Kind of gives it like a sandy look. It's like, I don't know how well it's popping up on camera, but it does kind of give like beach vibes. You get a window for this bathroom. And then the other bedrooms are gonna be on this back side. Now, just walk past it. They have this plumbed for a sink. So this could be a bar area here. It doesn't look like you could put in, maybe you could put in like a mini fridge as well in this area, but you would be able to. I mean, it is a little weird just having it out like that. I don't know why they wouldn't have just built this area out, but they did plumb. Usually I just see that in areas like the utility or the garage. I don't really come across houses that just plumb it like that and don't kind of build it out, especially on the second story by like a game room. This is maybe like a study area that separates these 2 bedrooms. So it does have a little box out area, be able to sit down, but this could be like a small homework get ready area. Maybe it's a small play area. I don't think you're doing much with this room. You can't really sit down here and watch a TV. I think this is more likely going to be set up for the kids to be able to work on their homework, or just something out here to be able to work on a computer. These 2 bedrooms are gonna have their own bathrooms. However, with this bedroom, it's gonna have the closet split from the bathroom. It's gonna be on the opposite side, and it's just gonna get 1 closet rod. So not a lot of area to hang up. It's also nice that they added in this linen closet, but the closet rod space that you get with this second bedroom we're walking through, not a whole bunch. And then opposite of that is going to be the other bedroom. And this one is going to have the closet set up. And this is a great space in here. Oh yeah. So you got closet rods going all the way around, and it's connected in with the bathroom, and then also getting a linen closet. So I would say this is the best bedroom upstairs. It's got good space. You got 2 windows, brings in the most natural light compared to the other ones. And then this vanity space, not as big as that other one we walked in through at first when we came upstairs, but still a good space. But it's all connected with the closet. So right when you get out of the shower, you can just walk to the closet. You don't have to walk across carpet and, you know, have it separated. I like when the closets are with the bathrooms. And that's gonna do it for this Highland home on their 55-foot lots over here at Star Trail. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys have any other questions about building in Star Trail or other places in Prosper, Texas, would love to work with you and your family on your home search. Other than that, peace out y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that,